Weird requests in the Kardashians' wills. The Kardashians are always at the center of attention. Regardless of what they do, this absolute powerhouse of a family is always talked about, probably because their life is so happening. However, things took a pretty dark turn on the most recent episode of the Kardashians. Following Kris's hip surgery, the episode had the gals talking about their end-of-life requests, and although this isn't something that racks up television ratings, it was still pretty interesting, albeit a little weird. Here are some of the weirdest requests the Kardashian girls have made in their final wills. All of this may or may not be accurate, so take it with a pinch of salt, and only think of it as entertainment. Before we get into the main part of the video, subscribe to this channel so that you can experience all new videos from us. With that being said, let us dive right in. Post-Kris's surgery. Kris underwent hip surgery earlier this year, after learning that she had lost all cartilage in her right hip. Although this was a sad moment for the entire family, it helped them to reflect. You wouldn't expect a family that has seen grandeur and wealth all their life to think about this. But even the best of us have to face reality sometimes, don't we? Nevertheless, the girls tell how difficult it was to see their mother go through such a difficult time. Nothing of this sort is easy. Even if it is a minor surgery by the best professionals, your body doesn't remain the same once it has been cut open. However, the ray of shine in this darkness was that they reflected upon the matter of life, death, and will. As Khloe shares, "My family and I, we talk about wills, death, we tell each other what our wishes would be if something terrible were to happen." Necklaces made out of ashes. It seemed like some sense had been knocked into these girls for a moment, but they soon turned into how they always have been, oblivious and naive. Kris's first weird request in her will was that when she dies and her body is cremated, there should be a necklace made from those ashes. Now it was undecided whether these necklaces would be given to family or turned into a business, but we're pretty sure Kris will come up with an ingenious idea for that as well. "Remember when you wanted your ashes to be cremated and made into necklaces for us?" Khloe questioned during the episode. Kris replied that it was a great idea. So even if it wasn't part of the will, we don't doubt that Kris will write it in now. More jewelry, but weirder. However, Kris's idea wasn't even half as strange as Kim's. Living with Kanye might have increased her brain power to the point that she would start thinking this way. Who knows? Nevertheless, Kim's idea is something anyone would hear and immediately tell her, "Why would you do that?" But since she's surrounded by Kardashians, it's no surprise she didn't get questioned. Kim's idea and the official request was that she have Kris's hip surgeon save her bones so that she could make jewelry out of them. Kim asked the doctor to save her my bones so she could make jewelry out of it, Kris said, adding, "It's creepy." Thank you, Kris. At least you're the first person in the family who found something like this creepy. Apart from being creepy, all of this is a little too off-putting. No matter how much you love someone, you wouldn't even keep their bones, let alone have jewelry made from those bones. At this point, we begin to think the Kardashian women might need help. Khloe and her nails. Khloe then came in with a clause that she would have in her will, and we were a little glad she didn't take things as far as her dear mother and loving sister. Nonetheless, her request is exactly what you would term weird, but a little more sensible than what Kris and Kim had in mind. Khloe said, "If I'm in a coma, I'm still getting my nails done once a week, and that's in my will because people are going to visit me." There are two major questions that come to any person's mind after hearing this clause. 1. Why would you want to get your nails done when you won't have any nails left? 2. Who would like to visit her corpse every week? The Kardashians never fail to defy logic. The things that they talk about will always have you with your hand on your head. Sometimes these people aren't normal, but seeing them in their little bubble act like this is pretty normal to see why sane people find them repulsive. These clauses are the weirdest ones we've ever seen in people and their wills. If these three are going to go through with all of them, who are we to judge, right? It's just that it doesn't make sense in the slightest. Usually, people hand over their property, wealth, and belongings to others in their will, but the Kardashians are a different breed. They live and breathe fashion and lifestyle, and by the looks of it, their panache will remain with them even in their graves. We hope Khloe doesn't have to use this clause in her will, because then her favorite nail salon is set for life in terms of its earnings. Final thoughts. Had it been someone other than the Kardashians, we would have disregarded all these claims as rubbish. But this family is an exception. They've shown in the past that they can do things no one expects. No matter how dumb or stupid they seem to do that thing, they still end up doing it. And if anything, it has only resulted in greater internet fame and stardom. The Kardashians love attention, even from discussing their death wills on live television, so all of this doesn't surprise anyone. We hope they don't have to put such clauses in their wills. If not for them, they should realize that with thousands of people watching them on television, they might imitate this too. So if any Kardashians come across this video, please have standard clauses in your will and stop embarrassing yourself. That's all we had for this video. We'll see you very soon in another entertaining video. video, so don't forget to give this one a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel before you go.